To mention how to know awesome trick of a bunch of tiny cards. Let's do this. Alright, so you're going to start by asking someone to touch any card they want. So let's say the spectator touched this one right here, which will land them on a card. In this case, the King of Diamonds. Now they could have touched any card they wanted. They could have touched this one, they would have got the Jack of Spades. If they touched this one, they would have got Six of Hearts. You get the idea. They could have touched any card they want. And actually, I feel like I got a little something in my hat right out there. Actually, I don't see anything. That's kind of weird. Let me just double check. Okay, I actually do have a little something in my hat. And if we notice here, there should be actually one card, one of these small cards inside my hat with a little X on it, just like that. What just so happens to be their chosen card, the King of Diamonds. When I was done, I'm going to show you right now. So if you've been on my channel for quite a while now, you might already know how this is done, because I made another trick that's actually very similar to this trick. Well, actually pretty much the same trick with a little bit of a different variation, called, what was it? It was coins and a hat trick, and it was like basically you dump the hat out and a bunch of coins come out. This is pretty much the same trick with a different variation. So with that out of the way, let's go to tutorial. Well, if you already know this is done from the other tutorial, you don't really have to watch this, but you can if you want. Right out of the way, let's get on to tutorial. So you're gonna need a whole bunch of tiny cards like this, and you're gonna take one of the cards and you're gonna draw a big X on it. In this case, my forced card is the King of Diamonds, so I write a big X on the King of Diamonds. So I take that and I mix it in between all of the other tiny cards, just like this. I square them up, and then I'm gonna put them in my hat, but I'm gonna put them in like the rim of the hat. So make sure you have really small cards. You're gonna need to make sure these cards are literally so small that they can fit in the rim of your hat, just like this, because that's basically how it's done. So you're gonna take these cards and they're gonna go inside the rim of your hat, just like this. So you can see, as you can see, they're going inside the rim of the hat, and they actually truly go in, and they're locked inside, just like that. Now you can't see the cards, and like if you have a little bit of a label there, then it's better to do it underneath the label, because like if there's a little bit flash, like you can see right here, then it might cover it up a little bit. If there's no like label, then it's fine. But the biggest, most important thing is you get really, really small cards. Like even a lot of small cards won't be small enough for this. You need really small ones. Maybe even measure the rim before buying how small the cards need to be. So you're gonna put them in the rim like that, and you're gonna just put this hat on just like this, and you'd probably wear this hat like this all day, and you know, they probably shouldn't fall out, but maybe double check in your hat to make sure they're all perfectly aligned before performing the trick. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go out to the spectator and you're gonna force a card. So in this case, I used a force where I have the King of Diamonds on the bottom, and I ask the spectator to touch any card they want. Whatever card they touch, I basically pull it in with my thumb, and I drop out this bottom card like that as I turn my wrist. So what I do is I have the card on the bottom like this, and then I ask them to touch any card they want. Let's say they touch this one. I bend it over with my wrist like this, I pull it in, and I drop out the King of Diamonds. In fast motion, it looks like you just placed their card down on the table, like that. Obviously, you don't want that one to come out. These cards are a little wet because I dropped them in water, so, you know. So anyways, what you're gonna do is you're gonna ask them to touch any card they want. They touch this one, and you basically just throw it out like that by dragging this in and throwing the other card out onto the table. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna say, actually, I feel like I got a little something in my hat. You're gonna take it off, and here's the thing, you wanna show it empty, and you gotta get a feel for this. You don't wanna tilt it too far back, otherwise the cards will fall out and you'll be able to see them like they sort of are right now. But you don't wanna tilt it too far forward because it'll look suspicious, and you probably won't be able to see inside the hat, and people won't be able to really get a trick out of it. So you gotta get the feel of how far you could tilt it backwards. They're sort of popping out right now. And then you're just gonna lift it upside down, dump them out. You're gonna just shake it to dump them out, and then you're just gonna actually at this point, it's better if you let them spread through and see where the King of Diamonds is, because if you let them find this card with the X on it, it's a lot more dramatic than you spreading through, because whenever you want to get whenever you get the spectator involved, it's a lot better. So since you could get the spectator involved, get them involved, let them find it, and that is how it's done. Well, that's pretty much it. If you like this content, subscribe to the load for future tutorials, tips and tricks, how to improve magic, stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. That's for now. I'll see you next time.